Alien Earth. Halfway through, we're going to talk about episodes 1 through 4. I'm a little bit of a noob here when it comes to Alien. Is there anything from the series that maybe I have missed because I haven't seen, a good portion of the movies?
I would say so. This is it's. I don't think it's directly in canon. It's a story based off of Alien. So I don't think it necessarily ties into the movies directly.
Okay.
But there are a lot of common themes, though, right? You talk about the Simps and how the idea of human machine or human AI hybrids
Mm-hmm.
is at this point is kind of just starting to break in.
Yeah.
And so you have the ill children, right, that
Mm-hmm.
have been recruited by Prodigy, which is one of the one of the, what is it, three or four
I
companies,
think they said three.
three
Two of them
companies that
merged, I think.
run the earth now. Yeah. I love how they're talking about it at one point and they're like, yeah, so our world used to be world based off of governments. That didn't work. So now this split. I was like, what? What do you mean it didn't work? Like, was there a civil war? Somebody had to have gotten bombed or people getting killed. I don't think the government just went quietly in the night. Like, how the fuck did that happen? They just gonna
Sure.
quietly walk over a coup.
Yeah.
But
A
yeah, no,
corporation-based coup.
exactly. But a lot of realism in that, a lot of symbolism. Because are we really too far from that shit right now?
No. The way that the corporations run the governments now, this isn't a political video, but no. The answer is
Yeah, I
no.
don't think we're too far from it now. So that's one common thing is the human machine hybrids. Obviously the all of the species that they're bringing over, the alien species, is a one to one. The way that they gestate, the way that they need a human host to spit out a xenomorph. All of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff is the same.
Yep.
Um, we haven't gotten any callbacks from any specific characters yet, but there's been a lot of names about or excuse me, there's been a lot of references to things, titans of industry, things that are like accents of the alien story.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a lot of this newer stuff that they've been Romulus and Alien Covenant, like the last couple of iterations of
Yeah.
Alien. It's kind of more directly tied to that, I would say, that era of movies as opposed to the is it Sigourney Weaver? Is that who it is?
Yes.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver.
One thing that I would say that I really enjoy, we kind of talked a little bit about Mara already. Man, what an antagonist who doesn't need a lot of screen time to put you in the feeling of kind of creepy, kind of scary at times.
So he's the first generation of what Wendy is. Right,
Mm-hmm.
and he seems to be far more weaponized for some reason than the rest of them.
Yes.
It's like he's an older generation, but he got a lot more tricks than Wendy do. But
Man,
they covet
knives
Wendy a lot
and
more. I think we'll
flamethrowers coming.
yeah,
Getting
yeah,
over there.
yeah. But they covet Wendy more, and I think it has to do with her intellect. We'll probably find out more. Well, I mean, obviously, never mind. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. But yes, he has a lot more upgrades than you would think for an older model. But you got to think they did that surgery on him and the people in his group when he was like 12.
Mm-hmm.
So he ain't really that old. This is a kid doing this for real, or at least a very young adult
Yeah.
that's just running this shit like a covert op. It's like Massad's wet dream over there. He's a demon. He done found the Indian kid's family. He just found out his family's
Crazy.
still alive. How you gonna go
Right.
out? He found them.
He's finding
Yeah.
out that they are alive as you're talking to him right now.
Right.
Crazy.
Literally.
So, okay, he's with the other company though. He's with
Yeah, he's with
he's
the
not
Asian company.
he's not the bro, if they put that man's feet in my face one more time,
Who?
Boy Cavalier. But
Oh yeah,
man's is
yeah.
always barefoot. I'm like, bro, get his feet out of my face.
The boy child.
Yeah, but it's not his company. He's with the Japanese company.
Yeah, yeah, and
So,
that's the company who actually owned the ship that crash landed on
yeah.
Earth.
So we've got the relationship between Wendy and the kids that she is now essentially, I guess, quote unquote, grown up with. which is kind of going head to head against the relationship with her newly found brother that she's been watching this entire time. So, very interesting. And obviously, we're seeing a lot of back and forth through that because, like you mentioned, Slightly has his family to show up because obviously now he knows that his family is there, and that's causing a rift between some of the other kids and one of their families. And she's got her brother just chilling all up in here, but they need the brother because they want Wendy to feel like she's at home.
Yeah, so I think that they're using him to test her capacity, or maybe to see how much human she is. I can't really think of any other reason why they would keep her around. Now, the boy child obviously found a way to manipulate it in his favor when they were breaking down the language that the aliens are speaking. And so that was kind of what I was hinting towards earlier, talking about why they covet Wendy so much.
Sure.
I don't think any of the rest of them have that level of intellect.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think he flat out says that in one of the episodes. He says that to the doctor. He's like, yeah, you're smart, but you don't challenge me. And then, they say something about the android, and he's like, yeah, he's, number smart, but he's not inspiring. Like, he can't teach me anything. He's not wise.
Yeah, the one girl pulled up trying to say, oh, I learned French in a week. And that enticed them for a little while, but now Wendy can speak to aliens and control them, essentially.
That's cool and all, but I'm so damn smart, I need somebody else to tell me I'm wrong. So
I feel bad because that girl is now essentially Meg.
So. She's definitely Meg. Definitely Meg. Nobody else feels like it's weird that he put all these kids in adult bodies and he got them running around and begging him for shit and living off of him. Like, it's just
in Neverland.
Like, crazy. I don't really get how they've made it up in their minds that these aren't humans anymore. They're like ghosts in a shell. They're upgraded humans, but they're still human. They have all their human memories. They have all their human temperament. Their brains still operate like human beings. They're human beings with superpowers, essentially.
Yeah.
You didn't take the human out of them. You just gave them souped up bodies.
But you also digitized their essence.
Sure. I mean, I guess. But is your essence ever really tangible anyway?
Sure.
Like is your quote unquote soul ever really tangible in the first place? Did they not just move it to another place?
They uploaded it to the cloud.
I guess. I don't know. It seems like they're very hard line on them not being. Oh, these aren't kids anymore. They're. In what way? They're still learning at a childlike level. They have very little understanding of how to use their adult bodies at this early stage outside of Wendy. They just had their first mission outside of that compound when the ship crash landed.
Yeah.
So in what way, other than their physical form, are they not children?
They are completely children. And in fact, it has taken me out of the show at times. Just because you got grown ass people
sometimes in the dialogue, kids. They remind you like, oh no, these are children. These are kids.
Yeah. So I mean, not that, obviously I got to suspend my belief a little bit, but it has taken me out of it a tiny bit. But Kirsch,
yeah, Dr. Kirsch,
gives me the creeps just throughout the entire show. There has not been one point where he hasn't been on screen and has not given me the creeps.
Wait, which one is Kirsch? Hold on. Let me make sure.
He's like their father. He's like the white
bald
hair
dude. No. The android.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Actually, the bald dude creeps me out too. The bald dude, Boy Cavalier, and the white hair guy all creep me out.
So I'm not gonna lie, bald dude. I thought for like at least 2 episodes that was Tamara Morrison, Boba Fett.
Okay.
And then I started really looking him in his grill, and I'm like, no, they just shaved his eyebrows off. I don't know who this is. And then, the dude who plays Kirsch, he was in a few things I've liked. He was in Deadwood a long time ago, old show. He was Sheriff Bullock, but strong actor, really strong. He was in another show on FX called Justified a while ago. But I like him.
Not that he's not doing his job. His character, I guess that speaks to his acting. Kind of creeps
Well,
me out a
I
little bit.
think it's like that because again, you can kind of see the difference in mannerisms and demeanor and processing really between. That's why I say the hybrids, the Wendy's, for
Hmm.
lack of a better term. I don't know why
No, that's what they are. The
I'm
hybrids.
blanking. Yeah, the hybrids, they are still human, and you can really it becomes very distinct when you look at Kirsch. Kirsch is
Hmm.
very clearly not human.
Yes.
He's devoid of emotion. You can look in his eyes and see that there's like pure calculation algorithm behind it. There
Hmm.
is no
Humanity.
humanity there. It is Stonewall.
Hmm.
And even the way he goes about life, the way that he goes about making certain decisions, the way that he speaks, the way that he is constantly trying to convince these children, mentally at the very least, that they are no longer human, it's almost incessant. It's like he wants someone to understand him.
Hmm.
He like, man, I wish y'all would get over this human thing so y'all can be my friends because I don't have too many friends around here.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's no more. It's never any. It's never clearer that the hybrids are still human in a way than when they're sitting next to Kirsch for sure.
No, for sure. There's definitely a difference there.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask you what you think about the last thing that we see with Wendy, speaking to the alien and from what it seems like controlling her. But I feel like you've seen the other episodes, so
I
I
have
think
seen the
you
other
know where
episodes.
it goes. So
I
it's
do.
kind of hard to get your take on that. But I for one, am just excited to see what that becomes because obviously they're going to need her and she's going to be the savior into all of this somehow, some way. But that's I guess my thoughts. But you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone. I won't say I haven't gone too far from where we are now. You
Hmm.
know, so there's some other stuff that goes on, some other things, some other stuff. In terms of Wendy and her, her alien hooked on phonics lessons, to be continued.
Yeah.
To be continued. I really like the score. I like the music. I think it does a really a really good job of setting the tone. It kind of takes you deeper into the show a little bit, especially in the moments that you were talking about where it ain't nothing, and we ain't shooting at no aliens, ain't nobody creeping from around the corners. It is a show that has heavy dialogue. I think if you are into the franchise, it's easier to deal with.
Hmm.
And the score really does help because it keeps you engaged. It's one of those things that kind of keeps you awake. It's a lost art of tuning up the music or amplifying the feel of the moment with the music. Not a lot of people pay the correct amount of attention to that type of stuff, so
Oh,
I appreciate
absolutely,
that in the production.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean that sort of thing heightens emotions when it needs to, and it just guides you correctly into what you should be feeling. So if you're not doing that correctly, it can affect the overall experience. So yeah, no, definitely agree with that. All right. Any other thoughts on episodes 1 through 4? Any characters that stuck out to you? Anything else that we need to note?
Nah, that's it for now. We will be back with the remaining episodes here, I guess, a couple of weeks, maybe. There's 7 episodes.
Oh,
So 5, 6, and 7 coming to you soon.
and on that note, we are out.
Peace.
Peace.